so what's the mother and father and the whole family got to do with that bullshit? So, but anyway, hey, audio, I'm glad you know what I'm talking about.
This ain't audio, Nappy, this is Double Deuce.
Oh, Deuce, I'm sorry. Because I heard audio out there a few minutes ago. All right, but, hey, listen, I'm glad you understand where I'm coming from. Because, like, it's really crazy, man. It is really, really crazy. On this channel, nobody knows how to have a decent QSO. You can't have a QSO about certain things, educational, or fooling around otherwise, because there's going to be a knucklehead to come in and say something stupid to piss somebody else off, and then piss that person off to go back to that person that got pissed off, and so on and so on. And that's when all of this shit starts.
And Average break.
Yeah, what on?
10-4. Yep. Yeah, Duck Flicker got mad at me earlier because, you know, I get on the radio and then I can talk to Richie and them guys out there, and I talk to Talk and whatever, and then I'll get on the band. I get in the... Anywhere I talk, you know, I have a certain dialect that I'll use, depending on the conversation and who I'm conversing with. You know, if you hear me on the mini bowl talk to the Caribbean, you know, I'll be in there like, yo, me small like mobile, hello, small like mobile, North Carolina mobile, hello, small like mobile, in my little Caribbean voice. You know what I mean? I said, Reggie, but they don't understand that. I'm diversified like that. I can do that. So you hear me talking and you're saying that, oh, now I'm sounding this way and I'm sorry. I can do that. Don't be mad.
There's nothing wrong with that. All right, let me go ahead, because 347 just said break, so I'm going to stand by. Go ahead, 347.
And I've been saying, you know, whatever you said was right, but you haven't been on the radio and the man talks about my 44s. He hacked into my Facebook. He made a water game with me, edited it. He took my picture from my Facebook and my family, edited it. The guy's a fucking loser. And for you to be sticking up for him, that's like you stabbing me in my heart. That's like if I know somebody is doing something to you, and I'm gonna go against you for him. You don't know what that man is capable of. He's the #1 hated motherfucker on this channel. Nobody likes him. And he ain't gonna know. Here's the thing what he doesn't understand. He does stay home all day, find people on Facebook, find dirt on you, and come on the radio. Oh, no doubt. And you mentioned Mama, and you mentioned my 44s, and you send me shit, edited pictures. That's when the light. So if you don't know the whole story about that motherfucker, that's true, because every 99% of the people on this fucking channel will fucking put a bullet in his head without thinking twice. That's too much, guys. Now, if it was somebody else, I understand. But this motherfucker don't got nothing else better to do. And 99.9% of the people on this channel want to put a bullet in his head. And the way you talking and defending him, it hurt me. And it hurt me deeply. Because I know you for years. And I've done so much for us to have a relationship. And the day we swore to each other that we... you get along with it now, damn it. And the way you came at me, you hurt me.
You know, you could tell me again there.
Oh, I just fucked your wife and you can't do nothing about it. That's the way I took it. And you don't know him from a hole in the wall. He could have been shooting, scared, talking whatever he talks. But when anybody that knows his real personality out there, he gets no fucking respect. There's people that got hit out. They got a hit out on him. And I'm one of them. Because when I go to the Bronx, I'm going to make sure I'm going to bump into him. And I'm going to make sure I'm going to show him who 347 is. came out and defended him. You know, I understand you was on the CB level trying to, you know, follow the CB rules, but you don't know this asshole. This guy, he's a straight bum, project living. He got antenna out the window. FCC took his box. He got an open FCC case, and he's a scumbag. And that's why nobody gets along with him. So by you getting along with him and defending him, you're just making yourself more enemies out there, because there's 99.9% of the people on the frequency through 1 through 40 and uppers and lower sideband, they hate this motherfucker. That's what I was trying to tell you. That's why I didn't understand how you came out the side of your field. You said the same thing like 5 times. In the academy?
Yeah, I know.
Too.
Listen, 347. See, like I said, you guys can hate anybody you want. I ain't got time to hate people. You don't know what I know about 911. First of all, you don't really know what I know. I got so much information about him that you wouldn't believe. But I'm not going to expose it on the radio. I'm not going to get out here and tell people about this and tell people about that and so on. That's not my style of doing things. But I did let him know that I know what the deal is with him, and I'm not going to expose him like that. Because you don't like him, and other people don't like him. I don't have to follow you on because you don't like him. I ain't saying I like him or I don't like him. I said to you earlier, he's a radio person, he's talking on the radio. That's my style, talking on the radio. So, if you guys got a problem with that, that's your fucking problem. And first of all, I would never put my family on no goddamn Facebook. See, you're the stupid motherfucker. Facebook is people out there that want to be friends with people on Facebook, not friends with your goddamn family. You don't put pictures and shit like that of your family on Facebook, because anybody can go and see it. That's why I don't fuck with Power Talk, Facebook, or anything that got to do with a computer is going to expose my life or expose me. If you dumb motherfuckers want to get out there on that shit, well, you go right on ahead, have fun, because that's not my style.
Nah, he hacked into my Facebook. And he
but now, you know, the thing about it is, I understand where 347 is coming from, and I understand where you coming from. And my opinion on this subject here, when a man goes to like the internet and find the pictures, the Facebook, and this and that, what 9/11 does, but I won't join that. You know what I mean? I wouldn't lower myself to that level. And it's the same thing that 127, you followed him, so I told him that same shit the last time I was there. Why are you following these dudes up with the same shit that they do? You know, when people do what they do, and you're taking a dark stance, but that is not repeating the same stupid shit that they doing. Once you start doing that, then both of you guys are a bunch of idiots. Ain't nobody saying, well, this guy is minding his business and he's cool, and this guy is just being an asshole. No, you end up both being assholes because you're both doing the same shit.
Hey, Deuces.
Yeah, well, you see, I keep trying to...
This cat ain't gonna let me in. This is important.
The next man, he's hollering at the man, got time on his hands, and he's doing this. That's that fucking man's business. But you don't expose your family business out on the radio. You don't put pictures of your family on Facebook and all of that. Facebook is an open book for everyone around the goddamn world. It ain't no such thing as hacking into somebody's Facebook. No such animal. It's an open book, open and shut book for everybody. Anywhere in the fucking world, somebody can go on Facebook. I can go on Facebook and go on his page right now and talk to him or leave a message for him or see his family or whatever. And I'm computer illiterate. So, like, I don't like that Facebook shit. I'm not going on none of that stuff, man. If I want a friend, I'm going to be your friend every day that I see and know you personally, not on no goddamn computer.
Hey, Deuces. You know, there's different levels, man. These guys don't know how to operate the Facebook and all that stuff, because some people use it for that, some people use it to keep in contact with the family. And what happens is, you get a duck fuck out there, want to be your friend, you don't know this person, or they pretend to be like a sexy woman, and it don't even be a woman, and motherfuckers be quick to friend this person. You see, I don't do that bullshit. If I don't know you, I'm not going to accept your friendship like that out of the blue. You know, I gotta know you or know somebody that know you and confirm. I'll go on your page, and if it's a whole bunch of bullshit, it ain't any real pictures of your family or you or anything like that. I know that it's some kind of a bullshit play trying to get up in my page and trying to get up in my shit. I don't accept those trends. So maybe 347 made a mistake. Maybe he makes his page public. You know, there's a lot of levels on that. And like you said, you're not really computer literate, so if I wasn't, I really wouldn't fuck with it. But you got guys out, people jump, they do things, they fuck with shit, they overexpose themselves on this radio and on the computer, and, you know, that's what happens, man. You know, you got people that sit around and they follow that shit up. You know, my shit canappy is that, why the fuck would a grown-ass man follow any radio shit? My brother, that kind of like, you know what I mean, what the fuck, somebody cursed me out on the radio, now I'm gonna go look into this guy, I want to find out what this guy's name is. Yes, now I must try to ruin this guy's life. Like, I mean, either side of the coin, man, is fucking stupid shit. Fucking loser. And lose beat.
Hey, Deuces, he hasn't shut up since. Let me know when I can pick it up with you for a minute, Deuce.
And I can't understand a word that he's fucking saying. I can't understand a word he's saying.
That almost killed me.
Not realizing that he don't realize you're talking to him.
It hurt me deeply inside.
He's arguing with Nine.
Because, see, he letting that, you know, he's repeating himself. 347, man, listen to what you're saying, and the people are listening to you, and they're willing to listen to you, but what happens is that throughout the whole conversation, you repeat yourself, and when I make the same statement like 3-4 times, not the same exact statement, but you make the point multiple times the same point. You gotta stop doing that shit, man.
For penny, I wouldn't.
He's not hearing me, you, and that, but he's still arguing with Nine.
Because I know who he is, what he's about, what he's capable of doing.
Hold on a minute.
And he ain't capable of doing shit, because he's a fag.
Alright, now hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, 347. You're talking to me, and I'm talking to Deuces, and I can't hear a fucking word you saying, because Deuces is knocking your ass right the hell out coming to me. And you just busy keying in there and saying this and saying that. I only hear dribs and jabs what you saying. So, he's trying to tell me something, and you trying to tell me something, and I'm hearing what he's telling me, but I can't hear what you're telling me. So one of y'all gonna have to stop talking.
Well, I'll leave it like this. I'll give you 21 tomorrow when things cool off, and we'll have a conversation man to man. And I'll let Deuces do his talking.
It's not the point you let him. He's letting you do some talking now because he's king over you. You didn't understand what I just said. I couldn't make out what you were saying. I'm talking to him, and I understand what he's saying, but I couldn't understand what you're saying. So that's why I was saying, one of y'all gonna have to stop talking. But anyway, hold on a minute, Deuces. I want to know one thing. Why would you put your family on Facebook?
Me and my siblings, that's the way we, you know, they show, you know, we share information as far as like when they graduate and this one's getting this bigger and growing, and that's the shit they do amongst themselves and their co-workers, but we don't leave our page open back for the public. It's like for close acquaintance, there's certain ways of posting stuff, you know, on Facebook, and there's certain ways of, some people just don't take the time out to look at that. They just go open up a page, somebody is asking to be their friend, and then they friend the person, not knowing that person, you know, not even having the conversations prior. The conversation prior to them even accepting their friendships, not knowing any kind of, oh, you know this person, that person, actually sending an instant message to identify who is this person that wants to become your friend, to get into your circle, to see your pictures, or to see anything that you want to share with anyone in that group. You know, with my siblings now, we you know, they send me pictures of my nieces, my nephews, and showing stuff with their internal friends, but by all means, that's not open for the general public to see. You know, it's kind of said as, you have different settings on Facebook, and if you don't adjust your shit, you're going to be wide open.
Exactly. This is what I'm trying to say. If the man got pictures of his wife and his kids, why is this shit wide open like that? Facebook is not like that. First of all, you have to be invited into his page or his Facebook crowd. And if you ain't got a password or nobody invite you in, you ain't going in and you ain't hacking into it. So I don't understand this shit, man. I mean, you know, this is why I don't fuck with no damn computers no more, because there's too many people out there that want to do this and do that and say this and say that. Fuck that. I mean, you know, I ain't getting on no damn computer. If I want to get on the computer, I get on there and check out information that I need, places I want to go, things that I want to do. But that Twitter, Facebook, and all that other personal bullshit, nah, that's too personal. That's too personal and it's too wide open. You're going to be my friend all the goddamn time personally. I'll call you on the phone, I'll come to your house, I'll meet you somewhere or whatever, but I ain't going to meet you on no goddamn computer.
He's a hacker, that's what he does.
It ain't no hacking, man. It ain't no hacking to it, man. Ain't nobody got to be no hacker 347. Straight up. I mean, it's just using common sense, man. It ain't nothing about hacking.
I know he's not no hacker. This is what 347's putting in his fucking mind.
And that's what I'm trying to tell you.
And that's what people be saying. They use that to exalt their knowledge and they self to think that, oh yeah, I'm a hacker and I'm doing this. And he actually not hacking. I mean, I've gotten into computers with, you know, that's password locked because you just happen to know a certain, you got Windows XP. You didn't put an administrator password on it, but you got a regular password. Okay, I logged into safe mode as the administrator. Then I'll go into your account and remove the password. There's no rocket science. Any computer tech with common sense would know that. You know, other ways, yeah, I'd have to use software in Linux and just to remove the security and get into the computer, but I'd have to physically be in front of the computer to do that. I mean, there's different levels of doing things. And me personally, I don't say I'm a hacker. I do that to fix people's stuff. You know, and then I use common sense practices to secure myself on the internet.
Yeah, I know. I do too, but see, this is the whole thing, man. A lot of people got shit going the wrong way and they think it's...
Hold on. He says he does too, that he uses to protect himself on the internet. Didn't he just say he has no internet and don't do internet and doesn't do because so he don't expose himself? Well, if he was more internet illiterate, he wouldn't be screaming at 347 for getting on 9 because Nappy has no knowledge of what happened. Like when I made the comment I shut down New York, like Deuces got to tell him not for nothing, Nappy. Whenever Skip rolled in, the only one I could pull out of this bunch is Richie.
Man, look, man, if they just came out on the band like you did, I come out here, I don't have nothing against, I guess he's the enforcer, that's who the guy that Richie calls Cupcake, because I don't even really pay attention to them that much to know everyone's handles. Spoke to them sometimes, spoke to them before in the past, they might be even really nice guys, but you see, the thing is that there's just a certain level, come on, man, give it a fucking break already.
You do inside, I'm so...
Yeah, I know. There is a certain level, man, but you know, I just hate for people, other people to be the fall guys on so much shit. Man, do you know, let me tell you something, man. This is without a doubt. I don't know how old you are, but I've been on the radio over 50 years. I've been on the radio for 55 fucking years. When I first started on the radio, I was called everything besides a child of God. I was called a motherfucker, a nigger. I was called a black son of a bitch, or this and all kinds of shit. But do you know, I never let none of that stuff bother me. I've been on some of the channels where people couldn't even go. When there were just 23 channels, I always had more than 23 channels. I learned a lot of shit about radio just going around certain bands and just sitting there and listening, not saying a fucking word. These people can't do that. They gotta say something.
And that's what I was saying earlier too. I was telling somebody that, you know, name the name calling. Don't think for 1 minute they doing that. A lot of dudes doing that and they say certain things. A lot of these guys, they might not be actual racist. They just know that that shit is the #1 trigger that'll piss you off, and they won when you got pissed off by them saying that. So I don't mind every so often. I'm a duck. I go there see how long we can go. You know what I mean? I sit back and I laugh to myself when I hear the man getting mad. I already know that I won when you start talking about people that ain't even in the conversation. You brought my mother into it. I won.
Right. So like, yeah, you won already because after what you've done already, knowing it and not knowing it, you rented space in their head. Every time they hear you or when they come on the radio, they're looking for you. They're looking for this person because you're on their mind all the time, constantly. And this is what they do to each other. Richie, they constantly have Richie on their mind, and Richie constantly have them on his mind. And then when they hear each other out, they just fuck up the channel. And nobody like you and I can't sit out here and talk to each other because they're fucking it up, calling each other names.
Yes, sir. Yep. I turned up the squelch earlier to try to get rid of it, and I did actually. And I was talking to a couple of guys out there, and you know, and you know, it's kind of like, man, you just can't help yourself. You hear in between the keys, and then you just gotta be like, look, my man, this, that, or whatever you're saying is just stupid. And that's what I'm trying to tell the dude. You just sound, I mean, if somebody's reading the mail, they hear both of us out there. I'm like, you know, you're going to sound like the stupid one. And cats don't even care. They'll, you know, so it leads me to understand this, Nappy, that it is actually something that they enjoy doing. Nobody is sick of it on their part. Only people that's really sick of it is the people that really don't entertain the shit.
Hey, Quickie.
Hey, come on, BT. Yeah, nothing much, man. Everything.
Hey, Deuces.
I need to call you later, man, but I'm going to call you tomorrow, dear. 410?
Quickie break.
Alright, then. Okay. Alright, I'll get back with you later, man.
Old Deuces from Channel 2 used to come up there and bother you, me and Lion, to come up there and be like, BT, you bitch. And BT never got mad. He'd curse us back out or whatever. Never got mad.
No, BT is a man that doesn't pay any attention to anybody on the radio. And this is why BT has been my friend, and I mean, he's been like a brother to me.
Oh, come on.
For the last
long-winded.
years. BT and I go back a long, long ways. Me, him, his family, his children, my wife, and his wife, we were all close friends, and still are. But the thing is, like, you know, hey, some people move away. But BT has been my brother for a lot of years. BT can get anything in the world that I have, and he knows that. But he don't take advantage of it.
Careful. Yeah, we used to mess with him. I mean, not like really disrespectful. We just come out there and say, BT, you sound like this or whatever, and you know, say some crap, and we know we get BT come on and say some. You know what it is? We know that we get an answer out the duck plucker, and it wasn't nothing. You know what I mean? He know it was lying. You know, he'd be like lying, be like, yo, dudes, come here, let me show you something. Watch this. I'm gonna fuck with BT, and that's all he did. Just fuck with BT a little bit, BT fuck with him, and then at the end of it, be like, hey, Lion. A matter of fact, Nappy, I was with Lion like about last week. We was together. I went down to South Carolina and saw the duck plucker.
Oh, what's it? All right, that's cool. That's cool. So, all right, then listen. Let me let me stand by, because 347 is out there, and he's got a fucking itch in his hand, because I know his hand, every time he reaches for that mic, somebody says something, so he stops. So now I'm going to stand by and let you and him talk.
I'd rather just say,
Quickie break.
shit.
Hey, Deuces, I got a better topic.
347's a mother.
I got a much better topic, Deuce.
What's that?
Tell me again about the couple of times the New York skip was rolling in and we actually got to talk, or what you actually pull out of this hash of trash.
I'm gonna tell you the best contact I got. The best contact I got was Gypsy. I'm sitting at the front of my land. I'm at like by the state. Well, I can't even describe it to you. You know what it looked like. But I'm at my house, and I don't hardly ever get any New York skip. Once in a blue moon, I'll hear 347, and I'll hear Michael Jackson, and I can't get it back to him. I mean, I'll hear him come in, and that's it. They gone. Man, I'm sitting in front of the house, and I'm talking on channel 11. I got Wicked Willie. And I'm holding it down with Wicked Willie. I'm like, man, I got conditions. So I go, so let me see on 31. I shouted 31, and Gypsy came up in there like a local. He's like, hey, Deuces, when you come to New York, man, just pull up in front of the house and beep the horn. I'm like, all right, Gypsy. I mean, just like if we was in New York.
Oh, man, I got to find out if I was on the air in the mix, or if he knows if I gated that, man. Was I out there when this happened?
No, sir.
Oh, okay, all right.
The channel actually at that moment was quiet. I shouted out for anybody in the big trees. Anybody's handle I could think of. Gypsy came. He was like, hey, I think I hear Deuces. And he stopped doing what he's doing and got it right back to me.
I know I got me, you, and Nichols on pistol grip. You know, sometimes, you know, I mean, you know, me, I don't use my computer to go chase down people or find out their information. I use my computer basically to make sure everybody's up to date and knows what's going on, you know, or you know, if they can walk into something, they can, you know, at least there's facts that's out there, you know, that's supporting what's going on, while you don't know what's going on, but you want to immediately dictate it, you know. So basically, I guess you could say I use mine more for record keeping and not for record exposing. So if somebody fucks up and makes themselves look all stupid and shit, you know, I can't do nothing about that. I fully realize when I press my mic, I give up the right to remain silent. I'm well aware of what I say in every situation that's going on or has transpired around me.
Yeah, 10-4, I mean, I like the video gates, man. Don't get me wrong. I like when cats put up the video gates and whatnot, and that's what the radio should be. It shouldn't be putting up, you know, all right, listen to this argument here. I'm going to put this guy on blast, and I'm going to prolong the bullshit, and, you know, it really don't make no sense. And that's what I was trying to tell Enforcer earlier. I'm going to use his right hand. I'm not going to call him Cupcake, because that's what pissed him off. I think that's what it was when I referred to him as Cupcake when you was talking about him, or I said the cheerleaders behind him. But I said the shit that I hear in DX land, man. I hear New York rolling in, right? And I go to channel 31, and yo, my dude, it's friggin' people playing music, cursing each other out. You know these people, you in another state, you hear the DX rolling, the shit don't roll fucking often, and you can't get it back, because why? Locals are sitting there mud-ducking an argument from a year. Come on, this shit is lasting years already. This shit is ridiculous.
Roger. Well, when they hear that going on, if I'm out there, they pretty much know what it's all about. But I feel you on that, dog. I mean, you know, I think it's nasty too. But you know, anyway, no, Cupcake's the other cat. But Enforcer just bent out of shape because he's been trying to paint the whole image on me for 6 months, and like 3 months into it, I totally blew open his whole identity and everything else there for, you know. First I gave him enough rope to hang himself. Once I had enough, he wants to pretend he's somebody he's not. Well, me and my people, we're very real. And, once I had enough verbally, I'm like, okay, time to smack him upside his fucking dookie head. And, you know what it is? They just came out here starting a war with me, you know? Now, I know there's a lot of people that are behind the times, don't know what's going on, or really don't care. But, I mean, if you don't care, don't comment on it, don't try to get in the mix, or don't try and get on the next man because he not accepting a cheap shot, or he knocking him down, you know what I'm saying? You know, maybe this cat over here is tired of hearing it too, and, you know, how many times he said, look, you got a problem, I'll meet you where you want me to meet you. Or you get some clown that says, why you got to be always over there, the public, and the eye, the blah, 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 the cameras. Go to a desolate, secluded place. It's okay, where would you like that place to be? And then he gives me his home address. The kind of bullshit is that, you know? So you really got to pay attention, man. My name is Little Richie CaPuano, and I don't take cheap shots. I don't back down from fights. I don't shut up for nobody. I don't move around nobody. I don't work around nobody. I hope I don't have to move through nobody, and nobody gets in my way. Richie, I'm back quiet.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, man, at the end of the day, realistically, when you're sitting in a cell, right? You're sitting in a cell now. I'm not saying you, and then, fuck all the arrogant bullshit. Oh, that's not going to be me. Let's say, for argument's sake, let's say it gets to that. It gets to the point where, because motherfuckers is grown-ass men, man. You know what I mean? So it's realistically, I think beef is considered, it's like when a grown man has beef, that's a real beef, that's life-threatening, that's a life-threatening event. So, you know, with that being said, then prison and all of that shit, all of these factors, and you sit down and you really ponder the situation, where the fuck it all stemmed from. Where did it start? And it was some radio bullshit. Some bullshit on the radio that you should have brushed off your shoulder. When your ego, your male ego, took charge and have to prove to fucking somebody you don't fucking know and don't fucking know you. You gotta prove some shit to somebody you don't know. That don't. Only thing you need to prove on this radio, if you really want to do some proof, you got a good talking station. That's about it. Other than that, everything else is trash. Realistically, I mean, this shit is stupid, man. I mean, I sit there, like, earlier today, oh, this guy, he's a hypocrite, he's talking all nice. Yeah, I'll talk nice, but when you're stupid and you're saying stupid shit, I'm gonna call it for what it is, man. You know what I mean? You can't be mad at me, you started the dumb shit. And honestly, Richie, man, realistically, you do the same shit they do, so it gets to a point where, when you look at both sides of it, both sides looks the fucking same, man. It gets to the point where now, every time you go and post some stupid shit on YouTube, or you try to dig on somebody's shit, or he tries to dig on his shit, go into the mirror. You want to see the person that you're fucking with, or that's fucking with you, just go look in the mirror, because that's what it's becoming. That's where it is.
You know what? I totally agree with you, dog. I mean, I agree here, but hold on. I just want to point something out here. The question you asked in that mix was, how did it all start? It's my fault, bro. I came out of nowhere after 9 years. I put a plus fucking 30 in everybody's radio in every borough. No one could talk skip over me. It took 148 4 months to key on me in my own video gate on the other side. You know what I'm saying? It got so bad on Channel 6 and down in Jamaica and Trinidad that they put a jammer 3 blocks from my house. So, you know, I did shut down New York City, but I did ask them politely. I said, yo, I'm not here to fight with you, take over your air, shut down your airwave. Just look at me as a bill to your pocket, bro.
Down New York.
Let me tell you something now. Let me tell you something. If you wasn't keying up anything over 10 kilowatts, you wasn't shutting down New York. There's the pluggers out there that's keying up that and better. Now, I'm not going to say you wasn't keying on nobody, but there's a difference of keying and plugging ears. I don't know, I didn't witness this, I don't know. I'm just saying, I'm just educating you on something. A lot of the pluggers get this shit confused. They get, with plugging ears, confused with keying on the motherfucker. You know, they get that shit confused very often on this radio. I sit back and laugh, man.
Alright, Deuces, let me rephrase it in another polite way. I'm sorry I'm not the type of man to sit back and take a cheap shot or a cheap throw. I'm sorry I'm not the type of man that can be intimidated, scared, or feared by a bunch of wannabe microphone little gangbang and think they're somebody gangsters. And I think I had to put it that way. You know, maybe I'll get it through noggins.
I mean, you know, shit, then do it on the radio and that's about it. You know what I mean? But all that extra shit, or getting to the point where, I don't know. Man, you know what? I mean, some people just enjoy annoying people.
Well, Nichols, Deuces, my whole problem with it today, right here and now, is this. I sat back for so long listening to them say they're going to do this, they're going to do that, they're going to break me this, they're going to come and serve me that, and you're right, at the end of the day, they're still doing the same thing 2 years later. So now I got a choice. I got to sit back and get a headache like everybody else, or I could try and make monkeys out of them, embarrass the shit out of them, to the point where they got to look in their own mirror and say, damn, this is all our own words. You know what I'm saying? But hey, I don't want to be belittled because, you know, I'm a different kind of player and a different kind of type and a different kind of caliber. You have to understand, I was never the initiator, okay? And I politely told them, do not start it. This is what's going to happen throughout, and this is how it's going to end. So now that they realize that Richie was right, it's only going to end this way. Now they're too scared, and all they want to do is try to save face. With that, enough said, Deuces. I love you, baby. I love your dialogue. I love the way you rock your mic. I'm going to get back quiet and let y'all handle the show tonight.
10-4, man. 127, you's a funny motherfucker, man, for real. Oh, man, a reality, man. Reality check, man. It's just egos and testosterone, and I'm not going to back down, and I'm going to make a fool out of him, and he's going to make a fool out of and you're all making a fool out of yourselves, man. Realistically, man, the more that you guys follow this shit up, man, the same bullshit going on to the point where you can't, you get annoyed talking DX, or you get annoyed having a QSO with somebody, man, when it gets to that point on the radio, man, and everybody gets pissed off. This shit is just stupid, man. I mean, it's quite embarrassing. I'm in North Carolina. I drive a lot. I'm up and down the whole East Coast, and never, ever heard the bullshit that I hear coming out of New York. I mean, it's embarrassing. I mean, we got ham people that use this is the exact same shit that they use against CBs. You know. I mean, and we all know ham operators operate on AM and CB2, and they'll do it just to mud duck, and that's where it stays. They just mud duck a little bit, and that's about it. But my God, my man, I just can't process it like that. I'm not going to spend any waking moment trying to get back at somebody on the CB on some CB bullshit, man. Oh man, that shit is nuts. With that, I'm back quiet.
Brother, I ain't trying to get back at nobody. I'm just trying to let them know I didn't start it. I'm never going to allow you to finish it because I didn't start it, and I'm always going to finish it in fine style. So when it all comes down to it, I mean, look, check it out. You ready? I'm going to give them a little firepower here. To them, to all of these cats, I'm the new jack. It's only been a little over 2 years here. So to all the people that have been out here for 30 years, let them try to find a basin and say, I started it. You know, what started it was me coming out of nowhere and producing radio after fucking radio after radio after radio that all sounded pristine.
There you go. This is exactly what I'm talking about. You see, you start talking intelligent and the ego takes over. And then it starts to, honestly, I mean, me and you is cool, man, but I'm going to tell you, I mean, honestly, then it starts to sound stupid because now, do what the fuck you do, man. That's all you need to do. You don't need to annoy nobody. If you peak in radios and you're doing this radio and you know you're doing it good, let your work speak for itself. You don't have to speak for your work, man. That's kind of like, that actually, I'm going to tell you what happens with that. I'm going to be honest with you, and nobody is going to really, not saying nobody does, but that pushes a lot of people from wanting to let them put your hands in their radio. Like, oh, this guy, I'd rather somebody tell me, yo, go to this guy. I don't need this guy coming and telling me how this and that, what he does. And it could, well enough be true. But, sometimes, I don't know.
Hey, Deuces, when I got to wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning, scan the dial, and it's my antenna's not up 6 months yet, and I hear a group of people talking, saying, you know what, it's such a shame, and another guy keys up and goes, yo, man, I've been listening to a lot of radios he's been doing before and afters on, and some chick keys up and says, yeah, tell me about it, and then another guy says, yo, he's really what we need around here, and one guy keys up and says, you know what, I bet you that man is a junkie of no sort. We know he smokes some weed, but I bet you he's not a scam artist, a junkie, and nothing. Some guy keys out of nowhere and go, Richie's the most straight-up CB radio player you're ever going to meet. When he's telling you he's been out here 30 years and rocking these shops in the tri-state, he ain't lying. But you know how it hurt to hear a conversation like that, dog? Why? Because of some jealous think they know it all, wannabe gangster, somebody monkey junkies who can't compete with the caliber of what I do. And to take a boot is I wouldn't put up with none of that microphone bad lip. So I don't care who don't like me or disrespect me for that. And you're right. I shouldn't let my ego talk, and I shouldn't have to boast about the work. But the work started all this. You feel me?
And you're all a bunch of fucking idiots. You're all sound like a bunch of idiots. And it's not in a disrespectful way. It's more of like, in a lightning way, and like kind of informing you on something that everyone on the band Everyone in DX land, they hear the bullshit going on, and they are not looking at any one party in this entire, everybody playing in this bullshit game, they're not looking at anyone and saying, well, that guy is cooler than this one. That guy is smarter than this one. No one is saying that. They're saying they're all assholes. That's exactly that's my fucking point, man. All of you guys come down to the same fucking level with this shit. And it's like, y'all enjoy it. And it gets to a point where there's actually the way you're describing it, the way you talk, is no end. I listen to these guys' rhetoric and I listen to yours. And it's a ping pong game. It's just going to go back and forth. There's no end to it. I mean, it's like, I'm starting to realize that you guys actually enjoy that shit, to the point where I'm wondering why the fuck everybody don't just leave you guys with 31 for your fucking self.
I don't enjoy it for 1 second, but I know how it all ends because I've been here before. So don't ever think I enjoy it. You know, Nichols, I actually despise it because it's sort of like, it's like a big escalation of a small thing that transpired decades ago. The only problem is there's a couple of loose factors here. And there's no inhibitions or restraints on my end anymore there. So I'm going to get back quiet, let the band roll on. I don't know what to label this video game. Maybe Deuces will come up with one for me. But it's on 41 minutes and 27 seconds now. I'm clear.
I don't need this shit to be on no fucking video gate. Damn it. Really? Oh my, jeez. I like the video gates for the DX, man, and a little bit of radio checks is cool, man. But you know what I mean? But this right here, this is what I'm talking about, man. This doesn't need to be gated, man. This needs to be heard when it's said. You know, that's all. It needs to be heard when it's said, and listen to it, and dwell on the shit, and fucking, man the fuck up, man. Damn. That's all. I mean, this back and forth high school child egotistical bullshit. My daddy got a bigger car than yours. Shit is fucking dry and tired.
Well, I'm not going to lie. You and I both know it started off only because of the skip. I didn't run no gates tonight, but once 347, me and you started bopping the skip, I clicked it on. And now it's, one video that's going to start off all skip for about 18, 19 minutes, and then it's going to get all serious. I apologize.
Oh, fuck you. If you don't like it, that's too bad.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, 127, I didn't hear you nappy head keyed up, man, but like I said, man, the video gates is cool with the DX and stuff like that, the radio checks and whatnot, but this type of QSO right now really don't need to be on no video gate posted on YouTube, man. It really don't, man. It really needs to just, you just need to soak this shit in, man, and I'm not even saying the shit needs to end. I have no problem with dudes out there mud ducking. I can key on you and the music playing, the mother talking. Come on, my dude. I'm not even saying that you do it. You don't even do it. Those guys do it. But you see, when
that's right, I don't.
I'm gonna expose.
According to Nappy, I'm the bad guy.
And put it out on the airways about this guy or whatever. That's that bullshit, man. That right there, you just run yourself down to the same level of the people that, that you started out saying, well, you're doing dumb shit. And from what I'm understanding, you're the one kind of started it with the ear plugging or the keying on everybody, and you're
that's right, I shut down New York.
I mean, I don't see how it's possible. And it's not in a disrespectful way, but I just know the type of shit that other people have out here. And me personally, I know I am never going to invest that kind of money.
Well, I don't want to get stepped on again, so I'll just say I hope you do apologize. I apologize that the gate is 44 minutes long, but the reason it started was because you, me, and 347 were banging skip. So, like, the first 20 minutes of this thing is all skip. And then I forgot it was running. Now it's still on 45. But you know what? I'm going to kill it. And if you didn't hear me tell you the first time, I guess you'll get it the second time in the gate.
Oh, shit. Rich, you can edit the fucking video, man. If you you probably go straight from your phone to the YouTube, and it says it was recorded on an Android phone, so I know you use your phone. Yeah, but if you not really that important to me. You know, I mean, it's cool. It's a cool thing. If you post it, yeah, I like that. But the conversation about, you know, radio etiquette and the shit that's going on the radio, that really don't need to be put on the on the gate. And the other gates that you do too, with the arguments and all that, that's dumb. That honestly, and the shit that they put up, the arguments on those argument things, that's dumb. That don't make no sense. It really don't, man. The skip gates now, yeah, you know, that's something that's a service to the guy talking to you. They get a kick out of that. I know I do. You talk to somebody out in DX land and they say, look, I'm going to put you on the video game and where to find it, and you hear what you sound like in that guy's receive. You know, that's cool. You know, that's a cool thing to do. I don't mind that. I mean, to me, it's actually better than someone playing back a Watergate over there, you know. But, yeah, there's certain things that, you know, just don't need to be put on YouTube. I mean, honestly, between both of y'all cats, I mean, between you and Enforcer and 9/11, honestly, man, I think men need to grow up and just delete all that shit, man, off of YouTube on the internet. The shit is dumb, man. The shit serves no purpose more than just, you know, you're trying to embarrass somebody, and then in all honesty, when somebody really intelligently thinks about it and it's like, man, this guy went through the hassle of putting this up to make another person look bad over what, some CB stuff, that you end up looking stupid yourself for even posting it on YouTube in the first fucking place.
I know. Well, I'll tell you what, when I buy you this cup of coffee, you can show me how to work this thing to edit, delete, or, you know, maybe like take the first 20 minutes and load it up as opposed to having to load the whole 44 because you don't know how to do it, you know? I mean, you know, like I said, I'm computer illiterate, man. You know, while everybody was in the computer trend, I was working deep cover, staying away from things like technologies and enhancements for underestimation purposes. So yeah, I guess I lost out in a big deal.
You get too specific with shit too, man. And this radio, motherfucker don't have to know anytime you twist in something and you know, you could have said when people was learning about computers, I was doing other things, but you ain't got to get so specific. That's the problem y'all motherfuckers have with this radio shit. Y'all get specific with certain things that you don't really need to be specific with. You know what I'm saying? You really don't. You know, because it really, it's like, man. Oh, man, you really don't, man. I mean, I hear you, Rich, and I believe you, you know, some of the things, a lot of things you say, and I mean, some of the things, you know, I believe it, and I listen to these guys, I hear they shit, they say, I believe in some of the stuff they say, and really, whether I believe it or not, it really doesn't fucking matter at the end of the day. It really doesn't, because we all right here, right now, we on the radio. You know, so whatever you did yesterday in your regular life, you know, let me tell you something with me. I'm going to tell you the type of person I am. I'm the type of motherfucker that I watch an actor or I listen to somebody in the music world. I don't give a fuck what they doing in their personal life. I really don't. What kind of drugs they taking, who they fucking, who's fucking them, or whatever the case may be. I really don't give a flying fuck. What I care about is like, damn, that guy hits a home run good. Wow, cool. He runs around the bases good. Wow, nice. It entertains me. Oh, that guy sung a good record. Yeah, he sounds real good. Give a fuck who he's fucking.
Well, you know, Deuce, the only thing I can say to you, brother, is I'm never afraid to say you learn something new every day, but the more and more I listen to you, the more I learn. And you know, I guess you won't understand what I mean by that, because, you know, it's like I am actually condoning and agreeing with some of the stuff you're saying, and I do feel the same way. But in part, I always want you to keep in rewind. Behind this radio here in this chair with this receive, you have to be the target. I feel you, man.
Yeah. I mean, you could be a victim, or you know, it's all in how you do it, man. And like I was telling my man earlier, he said that wasn't, I forgot what the handle it was. It wasn't Enforcer, the other dude out there and whatnot. Like I was telling him earlier, I'm like, right now, I can hear you. You mad. You're talking about my mother. I'm not even mad at you, man. You know what I mean? I don't even really, I mean, to the point, like I said, I don't care about you, and I don't care about, realistically, I really don't care about what you think about me. You know, so I was telling this dude, and I'm not saying you know, because people that I have respect for and that I know, yeah, I care about what they think about me. You know what I mean? We'd be all lying if we said we didn't. You know, but somebody I really don't know, it's just a voice on the radio and he comes spewing all kind of stuff. I'm like, I mean, I don't care about you. You shouldn't care about me, and that's pretty much what it is. So I'm not gonna be mad. You talk about whoever you want to talk about. My mother this, my father this, my this, that. You don't know me, so really, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, you don't matter. And I don't matter, I shouldn't matter to you, but apparently if you're mad at what I'm saying, I must matter to you, so I won. Ta-da!
Well, personally, I agree with you 100%, dog. I mean, that's, you know, I'm not going to lie, I definitely agree with you 100%, but, you know, like I said, in the same sense, Deuces, you know, I personally think it should have never started. More or less that is still going on, but now the deal is now it's, you know, it's already at the point where it's going to escalate and escalate. So when's it going to end? Well, the people that are looking at the big picture and some of the old timers have to sit back, and you know, the bottom line is I don't like it either, but the tactics I'm using and the steps and measures I'm taking is the only way to bring the cause to a collision and to bring closure and to an end. So I guess you could say, if you know, you could have to, you know, I'm not going to tell you like the other jerk-offs, you don't like it, you don't like what we're doing out here, even though you don't know this is true, then turn your fucking radio off. No, I want you to listen. I want you to see what's transpiring. I want you to understand what's going on. I want you to come out here defending a swinging blind because, oh, I don't use a computer, I'm not in the dark. Then turn your fucking radio on. If you don't know what's going on, shut the fuck up. But, you know, and it's the same aspect, you know, I want you to understand the big picture here. I'm trying to put an end to it before you have your next baby. You know, with the way it's going, you know, I mean, we could be raising grandkids and the same thing is going to be happening on 31 at the end of the day. Well, since I'm not the one that started this, and I'm not the one on the receiving end of all the threats and what we're going to do, what we're never going to get up the manhood to do, I guess you could say I don't want to hear that for the next 2 decades. I don't know about you, but, you know, hey, I know a way to put an end to it. Sit back and watch me work. I'm not going to tell you, don't turn off your radio, go to the channel. You know, you're free to do whatever you want. This is CB Radio. But you have to remember me, Deuces. I'm with you 100%. I agree with what you're saying and a whole lot more, dog. But yet, again, it wasn't you. It wasn't you on the receiving end, and you were not sitting behind this radio bench. Can you feel me on that?
Yeah, I got you, man. I got you. But that's why I'm kind of telling you, you know, I'm not telling you what you're supposed to do or anything. You do it, you're a grown-ass man. You do what the fuck you want to do. I'm just telling you what it looked like, you know, from an outsider looking in and, you know, putting it on blast on the CD. Because you got to remember the medium that you're using, man. That's like you know, you on, I mean, in all actuality, look at reality TV. I mean, it's the same shit. We all, I don't even watch this shit because I think they're all motherfucking stupid. You know, I don't even watch that bullshit. But it's the same shit, man. You know, fuck, you gonna put your worst on blast. You know, and we ain't perfect. We all fucked up individuals. We all got our shortcomings, man. But you really want to put your shortcomings on blast? I mean, for real? That shit don't make no sense to me, man.
I'm not trying to put any shortcomings, but anything that's out here about me is shit that they could dig up from the 90s when I was working. So I really don't care for any of it. It doesn't even bother me. Should anybody or any persons arise out of back then from me working, I ain't got to tell you all the clearances I got, so we're not going to go there either. But look, man, I begged and pleaded with them Deuces. You know, I feel bad saying it the way I'm saying it here right now. I begged and I pleaded with them, do not start it. Because once you start it, I'm never going to stop till it's over. And I guess they don't. I guess they finally realized, wow, look what he did here. He's got us all destroyed and beat, and now they got to look in the mirror and face that. So yes, I guess those 7 or 8, or I guess I'm going to be the heavyweight until a gift of my daddy delivered me actually meets time and place. And you know, until that point, bro, there's really nothing. I mean, look, I could give you 1,000. You could tell me 1,000 ways to correct and handle the situation, but are you out here correcting it, or are you just gonna chime in and say, all right, I can show you thousands of nights, bro? Let me tell you something. Between Skip and locals, they didn't let motherfuckers in the radio, so I guess you could say it's kind of intimidating when everybody's talking over and through these junkies. More so when I never heard anybody but Mikey in my first 8 months get their name called over me and DX. So, to me, that's what this all happened with, bro. It was the way I came out, it was what I did. You probably weren't here, or maybe you weren't up to speed, but you could go through almost 5 months of pistol grip gates, and you don't hear nobody ever get their name called over me. Anytime there was Skip out there, try and find gates for almost 6 months straight where somebody got their name called over me, and there's your problem. That's how it went down. And that's the sad fact of the truth. So bad that you guys on the stupid ball decided to put jammers near my house because they had to go on vacation and say, wow, Richie goes to the house next door and visited down there. That cocksucker just talking the right side of the radio all the time. All right, I'm out of here, man. Peace.
Hey, man, you let that ego take over, man. That ego is something, you let that shit take over, man. And ain't nobody asking the reason why, none of that shit, man. I just made a statement on the whole situation, and it is what it is, man. And it could just be a motherfucker. All it does take is one person to be like, man, yeah, dude, man, realistically, I'm done. I'm done. You know what, if you want to say you won, good, here, get your rocks off, go to the fucking store, buy yourself a trophy, go take all you and your boys, go to the fucking Olive Garden and have a big dinner and say, yeah, you whooped my ass, you won. You know, I mean, like, it is what it is. I mean, that's how I handle certain shit, man. I handle shit different, man. I just leave you sitting there with your hands open, like, huh? Like, you know, like when you're doing the I don't know sign, like with your two hands, your palms facing the air, and you're like, what? Exactly, yeah, you won. Go ahead, have a dinner, and you know, you're getting the $1 million, yeah. I'd even keep up my radio, yeah. Everybody, yeah, you'll be, all of these guys out here, they beat double dudes, I'm a fool, yes, I'm a mud duck, and yeah, everything they said about me was true, yes, okay, I'm sure I come clean so they can have their dinner, and they can you know, bust a nut tonight when they, you know, when they think about it or whatever. Good, get your rocks off. Great. Be ecstatic. Let them endorphins fucking rush into your brain and you can feel high for the week. Or whatever the fucking case. I mean, is it really that fucking important?
Nah, and I feel you, man. I mean, like, you know, the sad thing about that is that, you know, that's the way it should be, you know. Say, yeah, you won. But you know what the sad thing is? The whole little pack rat of them and the whole little army, this is the big problem today. The whole little army of them couldn't get one man scared, intimidated, or feared, or came and do something to make them want to do that. So it's a big problem. It really is. You know, and look, me being one person against the whole army, please do this. Don't ever ask me to bow my head to them, because I tell you what, my daddy did not put me on this globe to bow to any sucker slime like this. Deuces, I'm getting tired, baby. I'm going horizontal. And I do let them know they won some nights. I tell them, look, I say, you know what? I'm even going to let you have the last word. And I walk off on them. It's all about who's going to sleep with the biggest smile right now.
Sometimes it ain't even really about that. It is about, like, I mean, and the point of it is, and realistically, the point of it is, the point of you having to, let me tell you something. A lot of dudes lock the fuck up with that saying, yeah, my daddy ain't raised me and I ain't do this, ain't nobody gonna do that, and somebody out in the free land fucking their girl, sleeping in their bed, enjoying the shit that they might have worked hard for, just for that one stupid moment when the ego said, dumbass, you got to prove your manhood to a motherfucker that you don't know that don't matter on some radio shit. So be it, man. I mean, if it really matters that much in a situation where it don't, I don't know. It is what it is, man. It's not gonna eat me up, bro. I'll tell you that much.
I love you, man. You make a good night and a good video gate. Listen, I really want to get some sleep, man, and I'm not gonna do any of that, man. I'm just gonna, you know, roll with the punches, be the manhood operator I am. I'm not going to take no cheap shots. I'm still going to produce work after work after work, run around these channels every time I do a radio, getting a radio check. You know, that's mandatory. You hear me surfing channel, there's another radio or two that's getting ready, about to get checked, or Richie's out there modulating with you to see if you can point anything out that's different, you know. But inside the event, Deuces, I didn't start it, man. I really feel bad, more so because, you know, a lot of people who actually listen to me and do not need my gates to understand what it was that happened or remember a lot of things I said. I do feel bad, considering what's getting ready to go down, you know, and how it's going to play out in the end. So I guess you could say, in a way, I do feel bad, just a little way. But you know, I can't feel bad like everybody else wants me to feel bad. For the simple fact is that I just didn't start it, man. I wasn't out here telling motherfuckers I'm coming to your house, I'm going to break you up, I'm going to come knock your head, I'm going to pull your teeth out, I'm going to break your fucking legs. But, man, listen. I didn't make all sorts of threats and spread all sorts of rumors. I don't take people's YouTube shit and redecorate it, recut it up, or make it say things or imply it says things it never did. You know, my shit is only there, like I said, for the record keeping only, to transpire what it is I'm saying since I'm a hot target, or what it is I'm saying since I'm the center of an ongoing war. You know what I mean? I don't ever want to be confused with what's being said. Like, for example, when Nappy thought he was going to cut me off and say some bullshit like I had to take over New York City, ask him one time I was living on Utica Avenue, he got his name called over me. But I'm not going to go there because I was supposedly keyed up at that time. So, you know, you got it twice in the video gate. With that, man, good night, deuces. I'm out of here. Peace out, my brother. And you are right. There are a lot of people sitting in jail. You want to know why? They got very aggressive for no fucking reason. They decided to take it to the next level. And somebody who was sitting back waiting and has got the big upper hand said, uh-oh, self-defense, I'm here, and that's that.
Yeah, but Richie, you talking like you sitting there stomping all over brown shoes 146 and all these dudes running AC boxes on the bowl and all that, man. Slow your roll, man, because I know for a fact it wasn't even all that. You know, I ain't saying you wasn't talking, you wasn't doing your thing, man. But yeah, like 1 or 2 kilowatts on a base antenna, man, ain't really all that, man. You know, you got a little good thing. I mean, I'm going to give you a prime example. You see that dude 1111? He wanted over your 2 pill. He ain't wanted no big watts over there. I know because I know the duck plucker that got his big box that, you know, supposed to be, you know, fixing it or whatever. He ain't wanted no big watts. But the motherfucker's in the right propagation spot, man. He hitting the right angle of radiation and all that. Everything else is just 10-8 and it's right. You know, and realistically, the reality of it is, it's not even about I was putting them all down. You know what it is? And I'm going to tell you, man. It's the same shit you would see in all them comic books and all the fucking superhero comics and movies and shit. Is fucking being responsible when you have power. You see what I'm saying? It's being responsible when you have power, and it sounds like you pissed a lot of people off when you have power.
Well, as you can see, I didn't click it on once tonight, so you can't use the power. All right, deuces. Deuces, this is over an hour going on here, and I like the way it started with the 3 of us skip. So we're going to get off all the topics and put it down to what it's really all about. Here it is this time of night, and we're all out here talking on the radio. You want to know why? Because we didn't come out here starting fights or threatening the next man or team up with 4 or 5 to say they're coming to get you, they're going to beat you down, or they're scoping and pimping you, and we was there, we've been asking about, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's like this, look, to me it's all Radio Gaga and good fun. What it all start over? Yeah, you're right, Radio Gaga. The East Coast King resurfacing, something like that, you know, the CB Guru, you know, whatever it is, whatever the story was, but the bottom line is, I asked for them not to start it. I told them how it was going to happen. I wouldn't let them scare me, punk me, intimidate me. And then that's all 2 years of my video games is going to show, support, and clarify. The fact that he couldn't be bullied, intimidated, scared, threatened, and his work was superb. And I'm nobody's junkie, bro. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, I mean, from day one I said, look, you want to hold the camera, I'll be more than happy to piss in whatever instant test we can pull off the shelf for that camera. I got no problem doing that. I smoke bud. I ain't a criminal. You know, some of the shit they put out here about me is unreal. Now, if it's work-related, it has to do with my job, I can't do nothing about that. If the thing that's fearing them or their big gripe is they want to see proof, well, technically, I don't tell you what. You didn't see no proof on Joe's shit that was all out and over and established that he was a cop, right? With that, I'm out of here, guys.
Go to New York City. Come on, give it a break.
Oh shit, it's after the midnight, I got the nighttime girlies. And that one gets no dick play. Yeah, I don't even say, notice that one I'll even, I won't give that one not even a glimpse of satisfaction anymore. He can't get one word, because he proved to be the biggest pussy out here.
Oh man, stop it now, man. Let's put it, just tonight, man, let's just leave that shit alone, man. Anyway, man, I got to go. I'm going 10-7. YL wondering what the hell I'm doing out here in the Mobile, so I'm going 10-7. Put on you later, rest of the band. Deuce Mobile 73 is everybody across town, here, there, and everywhere. I'm out of here. Bye.
Peace out, I'm clear. Peace out, deuces. We out of here, I'm going to sleep. It's all up to them, let them have it, we're clear.